process, we can completely invert the whole vessel into the...
And the sixth one is the equipment. Does it do what we want it to do? Does it do what it was expected of that piece of kit?
The company will continue to improve. It doesn't sit on its laurels. Continuous improvement never stops. The drive has to be to improve every single day. Every day that we walk into that place, we have to look at what can we improve today. Right, one of the biggest changes that we're making at Wallop is the changes to the business systems. 3D CAD is part of the whole business system and will speed up the information flow, right from the beginning of the system through to purchasing, through to production, manufacturing and engineering. The introduction of this system will streamline the time to market.
One of the benefits of 3D is it gives the design engineer a much better feel than a conventional 2D drawing. We can check distances, for example, and here straight away we can see clearly on the view there is an interference fit, but this component actually is supposed to interfere with the case because you want a good seal. Okay, that, and the system's telling us that there is an interference detected and highlights it on the screen. This has been part of the business system review, and part of that review was to analyse value stream maps that looked at the current state and a proposed future state where we want to be. And part of that was to look at the design office and the processes involved and how we can improve upon that. And one of the areas was 3D CAD, move from 2D to 3D CAD, and look at the automation of the bills of materials, so automating parts lists using product lifecycle management software onto the business system.
The whole focus now of this business is to streamline information, to make sure the information is there as early as possible, as quickly as possible and as accurately as possible, and making sure that people have the right kit to do the job. We've sourced equipment from what we consider to be the best equipment manufacturers. The company that we've brought in to develop a new assembly machine for us, they've made equipment for the automotive industry in the past for BMW and still supply BMW now. They've developed a machine with us that will improve the safety of that operation, takes people away from that operation, although it still needs them to operate, but they are now remote from that danger area. And also speeds up the operation too, so we have a massive efficiency improvement as well. South site is a Vulcan project, which is a $15 million project and will be operational by spring 2010. That gives us the opportunity to double the output of the factory with new automated techniques. There'll be new equipment for pressing, there'll be new ovens. We'll be able to remotely control most of the operations on that site and taking people out of the danger areas. The equipment is going to provide us with management information, real-time information. They'll be able to see what's going on out there in front of them on a screen, and will enable them to make decisions earlier and more accurately.
So this is a schematic view produced by Wallop Defence of what those 4 mixing units look like. This is going to improve the quality of the initial product, right, which then go into our 4 drying ovens.
Those drying times will reduce dramatically.
Vulcan is building 107. Building 106, which stands beside 107, is going to be transformed into a new R&D centre for excellence. So in addition to 106, on the north side we have building 95, which is the brand new facility for environmental testing for R&D. Full environmental chambers in there for environmental testing. They've got shaking equipment as well as hot, cold and ambient testing as well. The engineer's workshop has been transformed. literally transformed from, it was a bit of a ramshackle place. Now it's been completely 5S or 6S. All new equipment, CNC machines, new staff, the equipment is top notch. The TCAD system provides us and manufacturing and engineering and operations with information to let us know what processes are being carried out in each building, what operators are in each building for safety reasons, what products are being held in each building. And there is a master TCAD board as well within the operations room, which will tell us which people are on site for safety reasons as well, and we can manage people with TCADs. Now, in 18 months, 2 years' time, that will change to an automated system, providing more real-time information for manufacturing management. We're moving to one-piece flow as much as we can, especially with the 57mm rocket that we've developed for overseas. A lot of the equipment that is going to be used for that build is automated. They're smaller pieces of equipment, they're easy to control, and again, most of those are remote as well. Silt screening was a manual process. We have a new machine, which is an automated piece of equipment, which reduces the cycle time by about 50%. And again, it is a remotely operated piece of equipment. You don't have to stand there with paint and a piece of card painting things. This machine will do it for you. Building 65 is an oven block. We needed to make that a standalone system. If anything went wrong with the overall heating system, then that particular building would still be able to produce dry rocket composition for us. So a number of us got our heads together and we came up with an oil heated system which takes the pressure away from the north part of the site. We're going to be doing that more and more throughout the site, reducing the pressure on the heating and oven systems. Even transit boxes are being considered and redesigned to enable us to move stores around the factory more safely, more effectively and more efficiently. We as a company are also providing training in lean or smart, all aspects of that, and we've started with the shop floor. There are 30 people or so far who have undergone this training.
Countermeasure there may be then training.
Yeah,
okay,
to give people more responsibility, you know.
This is a national vocational qualification. We're providing this training for people so that they can be part of the lean drive and the smart drive. So it's not happening to them, they're owning the process, they're actually shaping where they want to work and in an area that they want to work in. We need people to come into this business that are top-notch caliber people. In order to get those people to come into Waller, we have to provide them with a place to work that is environmentally friendly. It's a nice place to come, as well as being an effective and efficient place to be. So yeah, we have other things here as well. We have a new canteen and we have a new area for birds to sit and feed, and we have a new security area with carpets, because that's what it's about, because it's best practice and it's also part of world-class dreams, and that's what we want to be.